My father was a lawyer, and I was raised to believe that being a lawyer was more of a vocation than a job. Lawyers were community leaders. They were advocates for those who didn't necessarily have a voice.
A pro bono case is no different than any other case. You do your best work when you have a 100% intense commitment to the client. And you could see that with Neal.
I do pro bono work, and specifically prisoner rights cases, because a lot of times they languish in the courts. And if I don't take them, who will? All of my cases were referred to me by the pro bono program at the U.S. District Court, which is a great program that really funnels important pro se cases out.
Mostly, firms will take cases, as Neal did, by seeing the merits, by seeing the interest in the issues, and volunteer and step right up and take hold and win the cases, as Neal has done.
The right to practice your religion is important for any of us. And in prison, it is a real avenue for rehabilitation, for community, in a way that is uniquely important in the prison context. And Mac Hudson had struggled for years to try to gain that very access.
I had filed the action pro se in the U.S. District Court, and the court had came down with a decision that they felt that we had one meritorious issue in regards to the halal meals.
As a result of the Hudson case, the state prison system changed its policies and now provides halal meals on a system-wide basis.
I'm very grateful to Neal. We were able to get an adequate diet in regards to our religious tenets, but also put rehabilitation at the forefront.
Prisoner cases are unpopular. It can be even worse for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender prisoners.
We represented Sandy Batista, who is a transgender, civilly committed individual who was diagnosed with gender identity disorder by the doctors associated with the Department of Corrections. They diagnosed her with GID, prescribed her hormones to treat that GID, and then for over 10 years, the Department of Corrections refused to provide her those hormones.
The Batista case raised an important constitutional issue on medical treatment, and yet a client who may not be the most popular. So it was just the type of case you should pick for a pro bono case.
This was a precedent-setting case in the First Circuit and really made a difference for transgendered people as well as transgender inmates.
In the cases that Neal handled, there were obviously very substantial issues at stake. And those are the kinds of cases and the kinds of issues that are raised where we particularly need talented lawyers like Neal to be representing the parties.
Neal is a real model for other people at the firm in terms of taking on a case that you believe in and doing the best that you can and harnessing all your resources to get a good result.
And seeing the way Neal handled the pro bono work over the last several years is part of the fun of being a partner in a firm.
I think that we have an obligation to do pro bono, that it is part of what our career calls us to do. These experiences are something that I would like every young lawyer to be able to have.